Hello and hello and hello everybody. Welcome back. Okay, so last we left off, you guys entered the Uncharted Land. Nox is still glowing for 2 days. And you're also afraid of water elementals for 7 days. And then beasts cannot attack you for 1 day. That's Nox.
We love wild magic.
I would like to say Nox so far. We'll be adding to this list.
Probably will. Yep. I'm gonna roll just a quick d20 to determine what chart we're gonna go for today for the wild magic, because I'm using a different thing. Oh, fun! Okay. Alrighty. So, last we left off, you guys were just about to go to bed for the night as Nox brought up the little house.
Alright.
Nox is still glowing.
I suppose we'll get ready for bed. Might as well have a watch again. I just changed this last time. I call morning watch.
I can take the first watch.
I'll take the middle one.
I'll get good sleep. We need 4 watches. Oh, we do? Okay, cool. I'll take the whichever one is one.
Alright. So, whoever's gonna take first watch, go ahead and roll me a perception check really quickly.
$11.
Alright. Nothing really goes bump in the night. Everything kinda stays... Well, they come a little close to the house, but it's more out of curiosity than it is out of destruction. And after a couple seconds, they normally just go away.
The whole duration, I keep a tight grip on my warhammer, and once they leave, I'm a little bit more relaxed.
Alright.
Is the next one me or Nox?
I don't remember. Nox, what do you want to go? First or third? Second or third? Sorry.
I'll go second.
You go second? Okay, so Nox, roll me a perception check, please.
Okie dokie. Come on, phone, you can do it. Subshot. 11, because, you know, eyes.
Ooh, dragon.
Blinded by my own light.
Nice. Interesting. Okay. You also see basically the same thing going on.
Okay. I would let, I nearly said Dante, Skari know, as we swap over watches.
Cool. I'll be terrible at watching.
Go ahead and roll me a perception check.
I just did. I got a 6.
You see nothing. Da, 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 da.
I'm very much enjoying the night air.
With your eyes closed.
Maybe. With my eyes closed.
And
Indeed.
Keck, last watch of the night.
let's face it, Keck's going to be working out while he's doing his watch.
Probably.
Running laps around the little hut,
Never
lifting the little
mind,
hut.
he's got his fucking eagle eyes out.
With a
I just
50.
ran into them.
Keck has always nailed perception.
I just ran into them. That's what happened.
15, you don't see anything out of the ordinary. Same thing.
Oh. Alright, once it's about time, Keck will start encouraging everyone up. It's like, alright, let's wander outside so we can get the house packed up. We'll have an hour to wake up.
Solus helps out with everything.
So, as it is bright and early, you guys leave the house. Nothing's really around you. It's mainly just an open field around you guys right now. You went south last time. And you know north is back to the university. So there's really only west to go. Because you came from east.
That's true. I guess.
Let's head out towards the place.
Alrighty. So, a couple days go by and you come across another river. This time it's a much smaller stream. It's not as wide as the river beforehand, and it's more of a trickle. I mean, you could jump across this river
So-
with ease.
It's a
In a
creek.
couple days.
Creek. That's what I
Do you want
meant.
to say exactly 2 days since we got some effects that go away after a specific number?
Yes. Nox is no longer glowing. Beast can attack you now. And
Shuffling nervously, being near the creek.
And you're still shuffling nervously at the creek.
So
I
I
forgot.
bring it up. It's like, okay, so we last time we got basically 2 days of water for us. It's like, okay, so we need some more.
Really?
I could probably fill it up, and if the same thing happens, I'll just get away from them. I'm pretty quick.
Nox would hand Keck his board skin, like, okay. And, like, tap him on the
Sorry,
shoulder and give him
I
guidance.
assume this right here is similar as to last time.
You fill up your thing and nothing happens.
Yeah, I'm assuming the creek is less likely to have issues. And I would probably know that.
Maybe they've got midget water elementals.
Cool.
They don't have midget water elementals. There's no such thing as midget water elementals.
They're called water weirds.
Now you've said that, there are going to be midget water elementals.
It's called a water weird.
It's weird.
Yeah, Keck builds them up and brings them back. It's like,
A water weird is still large.
Yeah,
Never mind. Just
yeah, but it's smaller than huge.
a water elemental is categorized as large.
yeah, and so is a water
No,
weird.
the water elemental's huge, right?
Nope, large.
No, they're the same size.
Really?
Yeah. There's another type, which I think is stronger, that is medium, and it's got like a trident and some shit.
Right.
Alright. But I guess we might as well continue on. We don't suspect this of poison or anything, right?
No, not that you know.
I'm asking Skari.
How do I know?
Normally water is fine, but it doesn't hurt the jug.
I'll check.
Roll me a medicine check. think that's the first time I've ever asked anyone to roll that check.
Wait, medicine or survival?
Medicine is how you stabilize down people if you can't heal them.
No, survival. I'm dumb.
I mean, I would think
medicine
survival
makes sense as
is
well.
Survival.
Goes to a 14. The water seems fine enough.
Is good enough.
For at least 3 days. Let's continue on.
You gain
Let's
9
go.
days.
What we're doing for food? Are we just like hunting?
I have a bag of infinite rabbits.
Is that what we're doing for food?
Basically.
I mean, if you want other food, go ahead. You're probably gonna get tired of rabbits after a
As you
day.
cross over the river, you are now crossed into a desert. It is from one place to another, like literally just hopping over this creek. It is obscenely hot for how little of a travel that was.
Are we already in the desert?
Nope.
I think it was plains.
Before.
I think it was plains.
You were in more of a plains biome.
I genuinely was picturing that as desert the entire time.
Oh,
Same.
I have.
thought it was desert.
I drew out a map. I have a map for what the different biomes are, depending on where you are.
Yeah, I really thought we started in desert.
Yeah, I
Nope.
did, and I thought we were crossing over to the next one.
Nope. Now you're in desert. And it is obscenely hot. Who here is wearing heavy armor?
Me.
I'm wearing medium armor.
Knox
Yeah.
is practically naked, to be fair.
Jack's naked, but he's got feathers and he's dying anyway. He's used to literal Arctic and high mountain temperatures.
For whoever is wearing heavy armor in this zone, you will gain a level of exhaustion as you are literally boiling alive right now. Unless you take it off.
I'll take it off and put it in my bag.
What the hell did I just click?
You want to strip me or what happened?
No. I clicked out of the little side window for D&D Beyond for exhaustion, and I got this little thing that said that the tooltip is it's party time.
I love that.
It was literally hidden in the bar above, and I just
Oh, yeah.
and I was just like, what the hell did I just do?
How do you look outside of armor?
Oh, that is a good question.
That is a
I'm
very...
sure we've seen you before, and I don't think you're actively hiding it, but just since it came up.
Yeah, talk us through the removal of this armor.
Tell us how sexy you
Oh
are.
yeah. He undoes the strap.
We're
Piece
not-
falls off.
Okay, we're not doing that rated R.
Damn it. We're not gonna have the steamy wounded soldier scenes.
Nope.
Ugh.
You don't have anything extra for the Patreons or something?
No. Fun fact, I do have a Patreon set up for this. But no one ever uses it, so I haven't posted on like months.
That is definitely not included in the Patreon.
We can make it.
If you want to make
If
fan art,
you want to make a porno, Skari.
I can't draw. So.
Oh, I was talking words.
Oh, no. Well, we just make a recording of me describing the scene in the most ridiculous.
Jesus.
Not
Read his
agreeing.
never-ending rabbits.
Oh my god.
Alright, so how do you look without your heavy armor on?
Well, I just have, let's say, like a piece of cloth which is brown in color, mostly loosely tied around my body, which I wear to sort of protect myself from the armor and, let's say, getting injured from the armor and things like that. And that's the only thing which is there. I look like a very common. I look like a commoner, and yeah, that's it.
Okay.
You're a dwarf, correct?
I am, yes.
Tiny buff dwarf.
Anywho, you guys are traveling further into this place, and it is getting hotter and hotter as the day goes on. By the time you get to a point where the sun is almost going to come down, you guys are completely drenched in sweat.
Ooh.
Actually, feel like before that, I'll bring this back up. Please hurry. Can we travel at night through this desert?
I mean, through the desert, it kind of does make more sense to travel at night, but usually at night in deserts, it gets freezing.
I will take that.
I'm not sure if the same logic applies here, Mr. DM.
As the sun continues to set, your breath, with only half the sun gone down the horizon, starts to freeze.
I will take it.
I say we jog to keep warm.
Are you guys going to continue during the night, or are you going to wait this night out?
No, get in the house. Get in the house. Don't put a watch.
I think we should take some rest.
From what you just described, I'm assuming I know. I'm assuming I know how cold it gets, and if this is how cold it is when it's not even dark, I'm assuming it's gonna get a lot colder, and I would know that.
You would know to start a bonfire immediately.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess Nox starts housing it then.
So,
I mean, unless we have some sort of way to produce heat on the go.
With magic?
Yeah, sure. You rip that?
What could go wrong?
are you going to
we-
cast a spell here, Nox?
No, because I actually don't have any fire magic, so.
I
Do
have.
you have any winter clothing, Nox?
You know, we didn't have fire magic.
If we could fashion some winter clothing, perhaps we could travel only at night instead of only at day.
Did we get winter clothing when we did the Yule thing?
I think you guys
No,
just-
because it was more of a. That was more of a, like. I would say that's more of like a Californian summer. Where it's kind of like autumn everywhere else. Like in London, it's probably about like the beginning of autumn is how the temperature is during winter.
Fair enough.
So it wasn't cold enough to get like winter clothing, nor was it snowing.
So, no winter clothes.
Nope.
How many days through this desert, Skari?
Huh?
How many days through this desert?
You've been in the desert for 1 day.
Until we get out of it.
Oh, let me see. Well, you can go south,
Into
and
the
it will
next
take you
hellhole.
2 days to the next hellhole. Or you can go 2, 4, 6, 8 days to the next hellhole.
I reckon anything's probably going to be bearable than burning hot and freezing cold. Maybe we should head south and then travel west when we reach that.
None of you can like manage to make some winter clothing out of the fabric we have in the house. Did you?
I don't think you made anything woolly.
If there's
It's
any,
mainly just drapes and curtains and
Yeah.
stuff like that. And I mean, there's bedding, but nothing
basically,
elaborate.
we'd have to find a woolly creature and then kill it and skin it and then turn that into clothes.
And in a desert,
How
that
many-
is like near to none of the creatures that are ever going to be in a desert.
So when you say infinite rabbits,
Oh my god.
Like, let's just not use that. Let's just not bring it up anymore. Other than when you're like,
I mean, Nox would happily wear a coat.
I'm turning not
20
to use
rabbits.
infant rabbits as a thing to solve everything. Like, sure, food.
I will
but-
take it away.
I don't want to lose my infinite rabbit back.
The thing is, if we're eating the rabbits, Nox would probably be saving the hides.
No, I use those for rituals.
honestly, I was just mostly asking is that if anyone had like a weird tool skill, like with fabrics or something.
You, not Taylor.
Anyways, as you all are in the house, right near the nice toasty fire, as you kind of just look at the windows, kind of throughout, you can see that the windows are literally freezing as like the rays of sun are like leaving the window. And
Nox would-
some of them are freezing so fast that they are literally cracking.
Fire, we need a fire. We need a fire. Let me get some fire started.
I have a tinderbox. I can start a fire for you.
Let's start a fire. Do I have a tinderbox? I also have a tinderbox.
I assume this is way colder than what Keck is used to.
Oh yes.
Like
I-
even in the mountains high, like far south.
Mm-hmm.
Or the-
Nox would try to cast Ending.
Okay, roll me a d20 and roll me a d100, please.
Did you say sending?
Mending.
ending. So
98.
that's a whole
Ooh, fine, all the way at the bottom.
And 16.
Does this stuff happen at the end or the beginning of the minute?
Okay, 16, it does work. It mends. So yes. But, well actually, this isn't actually a bad one. You are protected from undead for 1 day. Such creatures can attack you or harm you unless they succeed on a charisma saving throw against your spell save DC.
Got it.
I need a separate notepad for Nox.
Am I filling the page?
I mean, you don't need one for Keck. I'm not gonna be casting any spells.
Where's...
And mine are taken care of. Well, I don't have... I mean, I have the innate ones, but those are counted as.
Okay. Nox effects. Since he seems gung-ho. I'm casting spells. 8. Okay. Alrighty, so go along through the night, and bright and early in the morning, as the sun rises and the campfire tussles out, and it starts to get warmer and warmer and warmer, the glass that you can audibly hear the cracking of the glass of the windows again.
Surely we would have put the hut down before it got that hot.
This is just sunrise.
I think he's implying that it's really quick.
Fair enough. Basically, you want me to roll another D100.
You don't have to if you don't want to.
Well, I'm not gonna leave a broken window on my precious little house. Not given the effort it takes to make a new window.
Yeah, it's a lot of effort to make a new window.
Huh?
Did you like blow glass to make those windows?
Yes.
I pretty much had to go to the Artificers Guild and partake in making the glass, because I have to be involved in the crafting of everything in the house in order to be able to shrink it.
Interesting.
So that's been my downtime for a very long time.
Yep.
So yeah. Here comes the D100.
And the D20. Don't forget the D20.
99.
Oh gosh, I didn't even have to do that.
And a 10.
Holy shit. Okay.
20.
Interesting. Okay, I don't know how I'm gonna do this. Okay, this is a challenge for me and myself. You jump forward in time exactly 1 minute. For 1 minute, from the perspective of everyone else, you do not exist during that time.
So it's like
Where
I
the
just
fuck did it go?
flash out of existence.
Basically.
Did I fix the window?
What do you roll? A 10?
Yeah.
I'll give it to you for this one.
Thank you. Priorities, man.
So
Oh, you're so glad you did it,
It
Ron.
takes a minute to cast. Did this happen at the beginning or the end of that minute?
We'll say, as he's disappearing, the glass of the window mends itself.
I like to imagine that Keck saw this and was just assuming he did some weird magical thing, and that it was he made it way more complicated than it needed to be. Like, where'd you teleport to?
Just like, everything's under control.
Oh wait, so Nox, your spell seems to work instantly when it normally takes a little bit, and then Keck just asked you in a slightly different spot than you remember him being. But where'd you teleport to?
Oh my god, he fucking died.
Hey,
Now he's back.
Poofed away. From, like,
Oh, he's back. Never mind. Yeah.
I was just mending this.
But you, like, disappeared somewhere.
I mean, I suppose I went into the zone while I was concentrating.
And then the bird sits there confuzzled.
I was... I
Alrighty.
didn't think the zone was actually a place.
Ow, that hurt.
It's like, man, I thought I had been there, but apparently not.
It's like, am I invisible when I work out?
Okay, so we'll head out now. It was
Oh,
it was
so
never found
Nox
out
would-
what actually happened.
Nox would speak to Skari and say, is there a quicker way out of this desert? Because this is going to be problematic. Referring to the 2-day, 8-day direction thing.
Do I know?
Okay. So, you know this area actually somewhat, you somewhat know this area well-ish. Because you had to travel through this way to get up to the university. You know to the south of you are sheer cliff mountains. Every single step you're practically climbing. This place is more than difficult terrain for travel. The desert, on the other hand, whilst it's inconvenient to have to, for the heat and the cold, it is a bit safer and it is a bit less of a risk, because if you fall, you're falling off a sheer cliff face down about 150 feet. Depending on how high you are.
Let's go for the cliff face.
Did the cliff face provide any shade?
It's an entirely different temperature region.
So, if we went south, would we arrive at the top of the cliff or the bottom of the cliff?
Bottom.
So that's what I mean. So if we walked along the bottom of the cliff,
You would also be going
Basically
along
take 10
a
days,
river.
but we'd actually avoid the heat of the day, is what he's thinking.
yes.
You would also be going
Because-
along a river.
That's me.
Is there like a cross hatch of rivers here?
Yeah. Rivers basically divide the entire region and its biomes.
I mean, from a logical perspective, shade and water for the next 10 days seems like a very logical direction to go, even if water elementals are terrifying. And he wouldn't just make this decision himself, he would reason it out with the others.
And obviously, traveling over sheer cliffs is not a problem for us too.
Yeah.
I mean, it is for me and Solvis.
But me and Ket could potentially go a bit up the cliff each morning to scout prior to us setting off.
That's not a huge benefit.
I feel like that
You
would
can fly
just
up
slow us
anyway.
down. I feel like we'd just be slowed down in terms of travel time.
Are we once we get travel 8 days in that direction, are we traveling the other way anyways, or is this 2 days out of our way? 4 days
Sounds
out of
like
our
it's
way.
2
It
days
would
away.
technically be 2 days out of your way, because you'd have to go south and then over.
So it would effectively be 10 days in the desert instead of 8.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, fair enough.
Go ahead.
What about water? Do we come across much sources of water on our way?
Well,
come
you are
across,
traveling pretty
things?
close to a river, so
Okay.
you could theoretically dip in, grab some water, dip out for Nox's sissy's fate.
And that's without the extra out of our way travel.
I I'm just asking everyone exactly what is the problem just traveling through the desert. If it's fixing the hut of Nox, now that we are aware when the sun is really harsh, we should be able to time it properly and get the hut shrunk back. We can find food and water. So, as such, I do not see too much reason to deviate.
It's gonna take magic for me to keep the hut intact in these kind of temperatures.
Yeah, but if we really are able to time ourselves and put it back inside before the temperature rise. Sorry?
It takes an hour to put the hut away.
Yep.
Would it still crack if it's shrunk and the temperature suddenly rise? So for instance, today we know
I'm
at
more
which.
worried about like if the cold is so bad that we can't stand out there for an hour, then we can't beat it.
Yeah. Ultimately, it needs to be up before it gets too cold, and it's when it gets really cold that the glass starts to crack. And vice versa. It's like there isn't really a sweet spot in the middle, it's almost immediate. Like it's icy cold, then the sun suddenly comes up and it's burning hot.
We could put up with it until like for a 10-day, and
Makes me think of crematoria from Chronicles of Riddick.
Okay.
So what are we doing?
I look back at Skari because he's still the only person who's aware of this, and ask him if it's still fine to go down the cliffs.
It's gonna take extra time, and I don't think we want to spend that much time out in this. The cliffs might be slightly better, but I don't want to die.
okay, I guess we can head straight there. Nox, can you put up with some broken windows for a week?
It's the backfiring magic that worries me, not the windows.
That'll happen wherever we go, and in that case we want to rush.
Yes, but of course, if I don't repair the windows, then we'll freeze to death even inside the hut.
I didn't get that impression. Ian, was that what you meant?
Maybe a question for the DM: is there a sweet spot for us to use the hut without, getting frozen and not damaging the hut?
Not really, because of how extreme the weather is between night and day. It's literally just opposing pressures of cold air and hot air at an instant moment that cracks the glass each time.
Yeah, but if we got it out once it got cold.
I will
wasn't
say,
Then the window's gonna happen.
in its shrunken form, you would be able to repair all of the windows at once instead of just one at a time. In its larger form.
Oh yeah, I just got the impression that the way you said the windows are cracking,
That they're
I
gonna
didn't think
shatter.
that they would I didn't think they would last the night.
They can last the
Typically-
night. It's the instant switch from night to day that cracks
Oh, so
them.
it cracks them, but it doesn't shatter them.
No.
Okay, that's fine.
Yeah, the typically temperature changes. They'll crack glass once, and then it's done.
Mm-hmm.
They happen. Now
Yeah.
it has room to expand and contract as it likes.
Mm-hmm.
Fair enough, we'll continue as we are then.
Alrighty. So, travel another few days along. Nox, you have 2 more days of being afraid of water elementals.
He even looks at his water skin skeptically every time he goes to take a drink.
As you get to this point, you're actually pretty close to a river now, and you're pretty close to the cliffs. As you look across the river to the cliffs, you can see, whilst yes, there is shade, you can see just how drastic these sheer cliffs are. And these sheer cliffs go up. And they go up and up and up. And you can see as this one that you're looking at is one of hundreds that are literally scattered and filling this entire part of this land.
Here we go. Reminds me of home.
Quite so.
This is home.
We built a lot of our buildings in cliffs like these, just on the side. Hard to get around if you can't fly.
Yeah.
Alright, so we travel along and use the river as a water source as we go.
Mm-hmm. Do you continue on? Do you guys want to do anything? Do you want to repair your house, Knox?
Yes.
Go ahead and roll.
Well, I got 98, 99. Let's see if I get 100.
You don't want 100.
33.
Okay.
20 is a 4.
Oh, how fitting this is. The spell doesn't go off. However, let me read you your effect. You stand at the center of a circular wall of fire with a radius of 15 feet. Any creature in any of the spaces covered by the fire must make a dexterity saving throw against your spell DC or take damage. The wall of fire remains for 1 minute. So,
I feel like Nox needs a little chair, and he's like, this is funny.
as you all are standing in this center ring of fire, you are literally baking alive as the heat from the desert and the heat from this fire is just radiating off of it for this whole minute. And when it ends, you all are
We need to
panting.
you take the damage while you're inside of it. You just need to book it out of there as soon as possible.
But no, and the space is covered of fire. So it's essentially a ring of fire, but it's like a whole wall. And anyone within that ring, anyone who is touching the fire takes damage. However, I'm assuming you guys aren't 15 feet apart from each other. And so,
I'm pretty certain everyone on the inside also takes damage.
no. Just anyone covered by its flame. That's specific in that nature. Unless you want to take damage. Because I can do it. It's only 5d8.
Jesus.
I mean, it's wall of flame, right?
Yeah, it's a wall of fire.
Yeah. Yeah.
But instead it's a ring.
Yeah. The normal spell can do that.
Yep. So that lasts for a minute, and you all are now even more drenched in sweat, as it is still midday.
I'm gonna smack Nox in the head.
Temptation to go kick, but he has to admit that kind of went wrong. So he kind of just sits there like, I deserve that.
Fucking one. That magic will go wrong in there. Like,
If I don't fix this, we are going to have problems.
And you still didn't fix it.
I will try again later. Before I put it back up.
Okay.
Let's travel along the cliff side since it's cooler and we can do that.
Do you hop across the river?
I mean, I can just carry him if need be.
Because they do not offer any shade across the river. If you hop over the river, they will offer you shade.
Like, remember, Nox can walk side. He can walk at 90 degrees. So we don't even need to go to the top. We just-
There's a little lip to the river. It's not a lot of room. You'd have to walk like single file. But there's a little lip that you could edge the river. Shut up.
If I want to do that, I don't want to do that, but...
I mean, the shade is certainly appealing.
walk along the river.
I could probably
much
do it
space
anyways.
is there
She could
between
just
the river and the
casually glide over that direction and just be a river's width away from everyone else. It's the only cost.
I'm sorry, how much width is what?
Between the
river
river
is
and the
big.
cliff.
It's enough for you to walk like single file.
Nox's mentality is if water elementals came out of the river, we would be in a very tight spot.
Yes.
That
I was
makes
just offering to put you on the cliffside, but either way, I think Ken will just be over
Oh,
there
yeah,
in the
Nox
sky
could
and
easily
sliding.
walk like 50 feet up on the cliff. Which is tempting, because then he would be in a ranged position if any fights will break out. I think Nox would take that.
Cool. So, I'm gonna let everyone else know. I'll glide over that direction. We'll keep going alongside, but shade is too appealing.
As you cross the river, the temperature is instantly more comfortable. As it drops from, let's say, 105 degrees Fahrenheit.
Alright,
Doing
since it's hot as
Fahrenheit
you,
here.
you were describing, it'd be around 120.
Okay, let me just get.
I
don't know.
live in a desert.
True. Like, I have trouble imagining anything over 105.
Fahrenheit just makes no sense to me.
Alright.
Actually, okay,
let me
for
just-
Nox, I would think about 50 or 55. Which, right now, it's 38. It's night. Keep that in mind.
And for the Celsius boys, 105 is a little over body temperature. 120 is like 20% or so. Of
105
body
is
temperature.
40.5 degrees Celsius.
Yes, but I've been in 55, and it's pretty much what you've described.
Alright, so let's say it's 55 degrees Celsius then, which I don't know what that is in Fahrenheit. 131 degrees? Are you fucking serious?
It's,
I didn't know those temperatures exist.
there was a summer that it got to 60, I think.
Are you how do you live?
There's
Honestly.
a lot of AC.
That's 140 degrees Fahrenheit, Keck.
Ah,
I don't know. I have trouble imagining anything above 105.
I do too. I do too. This is.
basically, okay, so if you don't mind, I can describe very, very detailed how it is. You feel like you're caked in a film of sweat, as well as just being outside breathing the air. You feel like you're burning your lungs.
Built
Again,
to
how do you
like
live
that.
there?
That's only in the
This is a
middle
good
of the
place to
summer when it's insanely hot.
Okay, yeah, Keck and Knox are chilling it, traveling along the cliffside.
Oh no. So when you get to the cliffside, it is a nice, cool, let's go 70 degrees Fahrenheit or 21 degrees Celsius. It instantly cools down to that much. So as you all are caked in sweat, as you cross over, you get this very cold chill. And Solvis, you can put on your armor if you wish.
Wait. Did we went from extreme hot to extreme to cold?
To
Hey, 21 degrees is not cold.
somewhat cold.
To
And more,
a normal, to something that the AC might be.
yeah.
21 degrees is summer here.
Oh no.
Why?
Oh no. Sudden drop. You can get sick.
Yeah.
From sudden drops like that, especially if you're caked in sweat, it feels colder than it is.
You can. That's why I'm going to have everyone make me a Constitution saving throw.
Wait,
I-
only Keck and Knox are crossing the river.
Whoever's crossing the river is making me a Constitution saving throw. So that would be Knox. Keck. Jeez.
Cool.
Isn't it like, I forget what the disease, I forget what the sickness is called. Skari, do you remember what the sickness is called?
Hypothermia?
Oh, yeah, that's it. That's what you get right now.
That seems crazy to think like 21 degrees is still pretty warm.
It's nice there. However, because you came from a place that was, what'd you say, 55 degrees Celsius?
Sometimes. Keep in mind that's dead middle of the summer, pure heat moments, not
Well, let's
casual.
say it's 55 degrees Celsius where you were just a moment ago. The sheer drop made that happen. So, you are both freezing to death, essentially, is what's happening right now.
Even if it's not freezing, it is still.
I think the way
You don't
that hypothermia is handled in game is a level of exhaustion.
I believe so too. If I remember correctly, which I don't think I do. Let me go to a character really quickly. Conditions.
I don't know where it would tell you that, but I believe from running Icewind Dale, a hypothermia gives you a level of exhaustion, and then like each new reason you have to get it again gives you another level of exhaustion.
I think it's a DC 10 con for each hour.
Yeah, but if it's a sudden drop like that, I don't think hour 2 is going to be as hard as hour 1.
Yeah, because you'd
Yeah.
acclimatize.
And also, I was surprised because I got
Yeah.
a 12. I beat DC 10.
That's for extreme cold weather. I don't. This is different. I don't know.
That's just a spell that somebody made. Someone made a spell called hypothermia, which gives you hypothermia, but they don't describe what hypothermia does. Okay, this is from the SRD. Takes non-lethal damage. It's treated as fatigue.
Which is exhaustion.
No, fatigued is a separate condition. So it's treated as fatigue.
T.
Yes. I don't. I'm looking at frightened.
Are you sure this is for 5e?
It's 5e. Yes. It's
Is this a homebrew?
no. Wait.
Oh wait.
I don't think fatigue is
Character can either. Fatigue character can either run nor. This is SRD 5e, which is what D&D 5e is based on. So it is the same rule set. It's just
this is like the times before bonus actions.
no. It has SRD has it has all the same things as D&D, except in the base rules. In the base shit of how things work, it is the same. It's just SRD has like slightly different spells, slightly different feats, stuff in that. So they have, I know they have a feat that's potent spell cantrips, which is
I
absolutely
think we
fucking
have
powerful.
that now too as well.
So they have a -2 penalty to strength and dex checks. And they can't run or charge. After a long rest, they are no longer fatigued. So for a day in this, you have slightly less strength and dex, and you can't run.
Which you basically weren't going to be running through the desert in the first place. That would have been stupid.
Okay, so we're still on the other side and we're still traveling along it.
Yes. And the night comes. Unfortunately, this is sort of a... Skari, on your side, you know it would be safe for them to cross without getting any other effects and to quickly set up the thing, as there is not enough room on the other side to set up the actual house.
Is the temperature gonna drop on the other side to a dangerous level?
No, but you don't have enough physical room, is the issue.
No, not like if the temperature's
Just
not
hang on
gonna
the
drop,
desert
we
side.
don't necessarily need the house.
Oh, okay.
But what about those on the other side?
They can cross safe.
You want me to carry them over here? Oh, we were avoiding that.
Well, Skari knows it would be safe to cross. For now. However, Skari, you also know being unprotected at the night is not a good idea.
Oh, definitely not.
Alright, well if it's safe to cross, we may as well head back over then.
Okay.
Wait, you're coming back to the heat?
No. So, Skari, beforehand,
Yeah.
the sun is setting.
Yes.
You know, and you can signal to them, and you do as they cross over, that it's safe for them to cross without getting any other negative effects. Because the
Great.
temperature is almost at like an equilibrium for a second, and once they cross over, when it passes that, it won't really affect them as much as if they crossed after that.
So we'll cross, set up for the night, do a watch, and then early the next day try and set up a similar thing, but crossing at a more convenient time.
Alright.
Same weapons last
Nox,
time.
do you want to try to fix your house first?
Yes.
Go ahead and roll for me, please.
Because what?
I'm gonna step very far away. Like
I'm assuming he's doing this on a foot side, to be honest.
41. Okay, this is not bad.
He's
Spell
gonna keep trying until he fixes it. By
still
the way,
doesn't come
just
off.
so you know.
You're now protected from Celestials. That was a 41.
Oh, I've had that before. Okay, he's trying again, people. It's a cantrip, he can do this all day.
That is a 37.
80! What's the catch?
I'm sorry. Okay, you literally got the roll of you are protected from Celestials. And now you got the roll that you are vulnerable to Celestials.
Does that basically cancel it out?
Yes.
Okay, that's
To be
not
fair, because vulnerable seems a lot worse, a lot less bad than protected is good.
I suppose it's like advantage and disadvantage would cancel each other out.
Yes, it's basically
Yeah,
advantage and disadvantage.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, because these things stack, like each one doesn't replace the last. I kind of wish each one replaced the last, but sadly I'm collecting.
You've been collecting, yes. You are
So,
also no longer afraid of water elementals.
Okay, Nox takes a big chug on his water skin and then sets up the house.
Alright. You set up the house, you start a bit of fire, and everything's feeling okay as you go to bed and you no longer feel super fucking cold. Who's doing watch? Is there gonna be a watch?
We'll do the same one as last
Yeah.
time.
We'll do the same one.
Okay. Well, they too need a full 8 hours. So they can't do
Yeah. So
a watch. So it'd just be you and Solvis.
That's not what long rest is.
A long rest is 6 hours.
A long rest is 6.
2
Well,
hours of
fatigue
light
needs
activity.
8 hours.
it says fatigue says after 8 hours of complete rest,
Yeah.
and that's
So,
just
that's just because they didn't know what long rest was. Exhaustion is after a long rest. But
It doesn't actually say exactly long rest. It just says after 8 hours of complete rest.
because it's not from D&D.
it's the same base rules.
Yeah.
I swear that one
I'll-
doesn't have bonus actions. It doesn't have the same for valid.
You know Celesta?
Yeah.
Celesta is, well, people consider it a D&D game. It's an SRD game. It's the same thing though. I played all the way through it. It plays exactly like D&D, but it's got a lot of the same spells. The main difference is a couple feats. That's it. Like a couple spells are named different, and they don't have as much of the expansions that we do now. Like Tasha's and all that.
Yeah.
But
Anyways.
it's basically PHB and DMG. That's it. It's very basic. It's very basic rules.
Okay. So,
I'll adjust it though for the long rest, for just a long rest duration. Anyhow.
That is fun. Yeah.
Anyhow.
Go ahead.
Roll me perception, everyone, and I will tell you if you see anything interesting during the night.
19.
30.
12.
6.
Nice. So Keck sees nothing. Silvis sees nothing. Skari, you see something. And Nock sees something. Nock, Skari, your numbers are a little...
Skari's lower than me.
I realize that, but Skari knows what to look for.
Yeah, okay.
So his numbers, I was about to explain that. His number is a bit boosted by the fact that he knows what to look for in these cases.
You could give him advantage next time.
Yeah, we could just
I
do advantage.
could, but I've just been boosting his numbers automatically in my head by a factor, so it's fine. You both see a very dangerous creature coming towards the thing, coming towards the house. Not in a threatening way, but Skari, you believe that if it perceives anything inside as movement or as a threat, it will attack.
I remain sitting calmly until it passes.
It sticks
I mean,
around for quite a while, up until the end of Nox's shift. And we'll say that somewhere around the middle. Just for
If
simplicity's
I'm before, yeah, I'm before Nox, I'll let him know. That there's the thing out there and just leave it be. It's chilling.
What is it? Chillin' thing. Got it.
If you don't threaten it, it won't threaten you.
As well as don't look outside.
And also don't look outside.
So there's something out there, don't threaten it, but also don't look at it.
Yes.
Overwatch.
Well, you're just gonna have a listen then.
Much confused, but you the expert.
And
Keep your ears open.
And as it passes, you look out and nothing is there. You heard it the entire time though. I do want to say that. Not trying to make Skari sound crazy. You did hear something outside the whole time. But you kept to Skari's rules and it passed without harming you. Or the house.
I mean, I am
Yeah.
fully okay with me sounding like a crazy person, but yeah.
No touchy, no lucky.
That's nobody. Oh my god.
And as the day comes up, Nox and Keck, if you want to get to the shade, you better hurry.
Do so.
Also,
And as you get
Wait,
across,
how-
does anyone else cross with them?
How big is this?
How big is the river?
Yeah.
It's kinda wide. It would, you can sort of go across it, and it takes like a couple seconds. You can touch the bottom of the lake, and you can go through it. It would get to like a little bit above your waist, but nothing like higher.
I am imagining Keck carrying anyone who asks for it.
Yeah, true. Solvis, you,
I'll cross as well.
alright.
Alright. And as you all cross into the nicely temperatured mountains, you continue across. It's still about 75-ish. You get to a spot though where it kind of lulls and dips in towards the end of the day, to the point where you can actually set up the house on this side of the river.
Ooh.
But Nox, you still have to mend it from the day before. From that morning.
I mended it the day before.
No, from that morning.
Oh yeah, I suppose we had to book it across pretty quick.
Yep.
Alright.
Go ahead and roll for me. It's
Seven.
gonna be a 7. Okay.
And a nat 20. Oh, I suppose it's not going to be a nat 20 when it's just rolling on a d20.
Does this have a...
The windows are now double glazed.
Oh my god.
No.
We got extra thick windows.
Alright.
Hell yeah.
You are the center of a darkness spell for 1 minute.
Standard.
Oh my god, his edginess is
Alex,
seeping
where'd
out
you
of
go?
me.
Just enjoy the
A
shade for a
portal
bit.
to the abyss has opened, I think.
Like, oh, it's nice and cool in here.
I'm gonna walk in.
I believe darkness is 15-foot radius.
Yeah, 30 feet across.
Yeah, 30 feet across. So you're all within it already.
Oh, cool.
It just instantly
Turn
happens.
out the lights.
Hold on, I have an idea. Marco.
Who's that?
Oh, sorry, it's just a thing from the Uncharted. It's a here thing. You wouldn't get it.
I know where that's from.
I like how
I was
sounded like
hoping that another player would respond.
Oh no, they got it.
Yeah, I got it,
Marco.
but like Nox would have no idea who Marco Polo is.
Anyways, the minute passes and you're instantly back into the light.
Max, why do you keep teleporting? Why are you teleporting to other planes?
He didn't teleport to an alternate plane. The darkness spell
That's-
ended.
Yeah, I know, but last time.
The darkness spell Keck is interpreting as they teleported to another plane, because that is the closest approximation he's seen of that.
So,
And last time he teleported
Nox,
to another plane too, because he disappeared.
your house is repaired. Very much so. And as
So
you
we're gonna-
set it up, and go inside. Who wants to do the watch?
I'll roll. Let's do the rolls. We do the rolls. Woo. Oh, I did pretty good.
Oh hey, I ran into whatever it is. Nat 20.
Nice. So, you actually all pass this one. As the house is done and as you get inside, almost immediately after you hear a loud cawing. And as you look out one of the windows, you can see a gigantuan monstrosity of a bird flying around.
Hey, Cac.
I'm right here.
Easily 3 times as large as Kak.
He's using his giant's rune, it's fine.
Hey,
He's
you
just
remember Keck's, you remember Keck's stage name?
The Rock.
Keck actually studied the Rock's flight style to inspire his own.
Just
You
imagine not to be like,
recognize
that's copying you.
this bird as a rock.
Right.
Keck warned you how dangerous they are, but that's so obvious that he's just like flabbergasted and wants to stare at it the whole time.
Alright. And as the night progresses into the day, nothing else of event happens. And the next day begins. As you travel further and further. Okay. Travel further and further. You hear the booming and you feel the like earth shake from something walking. Skari, you know that you should probably be avoiding this.
Is it a Tarask?
Nope.
Is it worse?
No.
It's pretty hard to be worse than a Tarask.
Yeah.
Like
I can make it
argue
worse.
that a Kraken is better than a Tarask.
Boom. Boom. Boom.
Is this coming from inside the cliffs?
Yes. However, because of the sound and because of the rustle, you can't really tell if it's coming towards or away from you.
Anyone have any ideas? Ways we can sneak by?
Do I have any ideas?
Continue going and hope you don't run into it.
I would probably
Okay.
suggest to Cac to go up high and see if he can see anything large at a distance.
I think it's going to be underground.
In which case, it probably has tremor sense, so we probably shouldn't move.
But we gotta keep going. We can't just wait all of today because something might run into us.
Something big and boomy.
Let's move.
What if we
Go,
traveled
go,
on
go.
the river?
We're not making a boat again. We don't even have the trees for that.
Okay,
You can make a really big raft and I can set the house up on it.
I'll keep
We'll have a
looking around.
houseboat.
Everyone stay some distance away from each other. I'll be in the middle, and if anyone gets ambushed, I'll swoop you away and we'll just outpace them. And I hope they're not fast.
Alright, so you continue going, and as the day progresses into the night, you cross over, you see a Y of the rivers all flowing towards the river that is facing you in the direction of travel, and you see before you is another desert.
This isn't the 8 days.
Nope, this is a different desert.
Desert of ice by any chance?
I'm sorry?
Desert of ice by any chance? Like a tundra?
It is actually.
Oh no.
It is more of a tundra desert.
Is it gonna get hot at night?
It might.
Don't say that.
At least
I just
now,
imagine
with our,
like the look on
absolute
Noctis'
need
face
to
with
travel
just like,
during the day.
really?
We'll still be traveling during the cold time.
Skari, you know this part of the world pretty well because you were from around this point.
I can see my house from here.
It's that tree.
How
For
far?
miles.
How far?
How far is home?
And separate question, how far out of our way?
About 8 days and 4 days out of the way.
Oh, I'm good. We can get it a different time, not right now.
Next time we just pass
Okay.
it through the
Sure,
Uncharted
you're,
Land.
to be honest, you're leading the way. So if you headed that way or a different way, you wouldn't even have to take words.
True. I could just say nothing and head there.
Or you could say nothing.
I
and
mean,
not
like,
head there.
yeah. Like, same thing either way. But we could just get it on. We're not. We probably. 4 days north or south?
North.
And so 4 days out of the way means 2 days there and 2 days back.
Nope, 2 days
Wait.
up and 2 days over.
Which way over? East or west?
West.
So that's actually closer to where we're going. If we're here, and if it's. If we're
The
here.
reason why it's out of the way is because you need to backtrack.
Yeah, but if we're going up and over to the west, wouldn't it be? Wait, yeah, it would be this way, which is in the direction that we're trying to go, right?
Technically, although you'd have to go up eventually. However, if you were to continue on the same path that you're going right now, you would only have to go up 2 days, not 4. Because
That's
you'll
2 days out of the way
go
then.
there throughout. then you go up 1. Instead, you'd have to go over... Actually, no, you're probably gonna hit the town. Never mind. It's in your way.
On the way.
It's on the way.
Oh, cool. Fun.
Is it though?
I think we. You wouldn't avoid it. You wouldn't go out of your way to avoid your town, would you?
I don't know. Would you, Skari? You're the one leading this.
Was there anyone left?
Trying to remember your backstory really quickly.
Okay. No, there wasn't. There was not anyone left.
Did you kill everyone
I don't
off in your
believe there
backstory?
was.
I
Yeah,
did
no,
kill.
there wasn't.
I killed all my friends off in my like all the positive people off in my
Why am I the
backstory.
only non-orphan here?
He's not an orphan. He's just old.
I mean, you are only
That's
3.
an
You
orphan.
haven't really lived long enough to be an orphan yet.
I think I'm 5.
I mean, huge difference.
Hey, that's like double my age, you elf. I'm like well into adulthood.
I'm a big boy now.
I'm a big boy now. I don't need to jack off in my room anymore. I can do women now.
I'm imagining an elf saying that someone, oh, aren't you 15? It's like, I'm 25. And they're like, oh, what a big difference, 25. Double that and you can get your adult name.
Yeah. Anywho, do you want to go towards your town?
End up going through it. I might not even.
Think about
I
it.
might be more focused on getting to the place. I may not fully realize that it's the exact same way.
So, okay.
Oh, let's go.
I mean, I know the general direction, but I might think we might pass near it, not through it.
So, as you pass through this desert, because I want to get to this point before people need to leave. As you pass through the desert, it is the opposite. It gets hot during the night and cold during the day. Nox, do you want to make any rolls to fix your house?
You can just let it be cracked until we get through temperature areas.
'Tis true. But it's his decision. Not
Absolutely. Keck's just giving some passive advice while he's looking at his broken windows.
Is Nox here?
Sorry, momentarily distracted. Run that by me again.
So it's the opposite as the other desert. So hot during night, cold during the day. Do you want to fix your cracked windows?
Does that mean we're traveling at night now?
No. We're still traveling during the day because like if we're locking ourselves arbitrarily into day, then Keck's going to get at least one time where we travel during cold.
Yes, it will be fixed.
Okay. Go ahead
Yeah.
and roll me a D20 and a
I have.
D100.
52 on the D100, 10 on the D20.
So you do fix things. Where's the 52 though? 52,
Just
52.
Below 50.
Can you make me a wisdom saving throw, please?
Well, at least it's something I'm reasonably good at, but watch me fall flat on my face. Nat 20.
Nice.
26.
At 20,
Darn.
you fall flat on your face and happen to miss the sight of the spell that could have done something awful.
Yeah, there was a spell that was gonna do something. Darn it. Well, I
I
guess
have
you can't
suffered
be a
enough
good
at the hands
boy.
of this magic.
I guess you can't be a good boy then. Anyways, Skari leads you into a deserted town. This town looks to have been made of literal sticks of wood, as there are gaps between houses and things like that. Place is completely run down. Skari, as you enter this town, you and nobody else hears a bell in the distance. And you hear the oh so familiar voice of a young girl say, "Come on, Daddy, it's gonna start." Is Skari here? Please say I didn't do that for nothing.
Oh, no, I've been saying things
Okay.
and I didn't realize that was beautiful.
I was about to say, are you fucking kidding me? He's not here and I just did that all for nothing. Okay.
No, I'm listening. I was talking and I didn't realize I was muted. It was majestic.
Thank you.
I was just going for dramatic silence.
I am going to go towards the bell.
You go towards a rundown, what looks to everyone else to be just an ordinary, like, building, like, sort of like a town hall or something. Sorry, not Nox. Skari, you know this was a place of worship. And you hear another familiar voice, but from an older woman, say, "Honey, you're gonna be late. Come on."
I start running towards the wherever I in my memory that I am knowing that I should be going to when I hear this bell.
As you enter the building,
Okay.
you all
Texas
see Skari jolt towards this building, and as he opens the doors and steps in, they slam shut behind him. And Skari, you are within your own memory. It is the rot and the disarray slowly melds with your memory as it becomes how you remember. Shrines lining the wall, people kneeling before altars, and your wife a couple meters away from you, holding out her hand, saying, "Come on, honey," with your daughter at her other hand.
I take her hand and I walk alongside her.
As you walk up to the altar at the end of the room, you begin to kneel, as well as your wife and your daughter at other side of you. And as you look up, the statue in front of you is what you recognize now as a demon and not a god. But you ignore that. And you pray once more to this demon. The rest of you on the outside, what are you doing? You guys just saw these doors, like, shut themselves without any interaction from an outside force. He didn't shut them.
Let's just leave Arjun back and be like, you know what did that?
Well, it wasn't me.
I was just about to ask him what happened here. Didn't get a word in. Oh,
Something feels off about this place.
Do you want to roll a Arcana check?
That's an intelligence check. I really don't want to do that.
you know anything about?
You could also do a nature check.
That's also an intelligence check.
You're a druid.
Yeah! We do wisdom.
Okay.
Very
So-
good at
So that's any spirits here?
I'll try Arcana. I got an 11.
With an 11, you, throughout all the disruption and interference from the wild magic that is everywhere around you, you feel in this area in particular, this little village, you can feel a darkness within this village. Something not like everywhere else you've been.
And that's additional to the wild magic.
That is
Like, it doesn't feel
additional
like
to the wild magic.
is strong here.
No, the wild magic is not stronger here, it is the same. However, there is another dark presence kind of on top of it. You had the feeling that something bad went down here, and something bad in the Arcana sense.
Yeah, there's definitely something wrong about this place.
Stolvis, you know anything? Is this a godlike problem or?
I firstly walk up to the door and just check if I can open the door.
As you go up to the door, you try to open it, but it seems to be locked, or at least it will not open for you.
Can I check if it's locked or it's just barricaded somehow and it's kind of stuck in place or something like that? Can I notice the difference?
How would you check for that?
Yeah, for instance, like if it's locked, then no, it's like if it's locked, then I know that there is a resistance at the lock, and if it's not locked, then I know that the whole door is basically just not moving. This something either behind or it's magically just put in place. So
You can, like,
the
push
way
a lot on it. And
Yeah.
Just,
Roll
Yeah,
me perception then.
okay, I'll do that with guidance.
Okay. I feel like that would be the best skill for this instance. 16.
Get 18.
That's 18. So you know that this door, it's not locked in the traditional sense, but it's
Yep.
also not opening for you. It's some outside force that is keeping you from coming in.
Yeah. I call out to the others and tell them, guys, I think we need to tear this door down, and I make a hit on the door with my mace.
Are there any windows around the building?
As you do that, as you strike down on the mace, you feel your mace kind of just thump into place when you hit it. No like recoil, no nothing. It just like slumps right in, and you're just like holding it against the door now.
Does it come back or it's just gets
you
stuck
can
with it?
you can like fully like take control of it again, but it just like a straight up thump, and then it just stops.
all right, we gotta break it. Kek's going to also go up, and he's just gonna try use a giant's might. His muscles ripple, and he's gonna try and rip it off its hinges.
Okay. As for Nox's question first, there are windows, however, they are pretty high up. There aren't any windows along the walls of the building. However, the roof kind of slants up, and then there's an extra little bit that protrudes out, and then the final like cap of the roof that is lined with windows. but the first floor, as it is not lined with windows at all.
Are any of the windows broken, or is everything pretty intact?
The windows are broken.
Alright, he would circle around and look for a relatively glass-free one. After whatever Ken tries.
As you enter into the building, you're on the second floor, and as you look around, you can see skeletal remains of different sets of skeletal remains strewn about the floor in several different places. There is a stair to your left going downwards, though.
Yeah, I would assume. Yeah, I was going to say, I would assume Keck would have done with the door before I managed to make it up and into the window.
As you're looking around up here, Keck actually rips the doors off the hinges. As you do so, Keck, you can, and the rest of you who are there, you can look down, literally down the room, and you can see Skari kneel down in front of this altar with his helmet off. Or his mask off.
Yeah, I assumed I took it off as soon as I got in and took my wife's hand.
Yes.
I was gonna say it, but I wasn't sure when.
Yes, you can see that he is knelt before a golden statue of a demon.
Nox would definitely lunge at seeing that.
Keck will stand aside and let Solus go up and speak to him.
Well, Nox, you're on the second floor.
Oh, I figured if it was like a church, there'd be like a balcony around the outside.
Nope, it's not a church.
Oh, okay. Well, in the time that Keck stepped in, I would have headed. Actually, no, sod it. He'd be looking around upstairs. Unless he heard anything of any real urgency downstairs.
I opened the door, but you expected that.
Yeah. Keck style.
Yep. So what are you gonna do with this information?
Nox, are you going? Are you doing anything right now?
I'm gonna be investigating like the bodies and whatnot upstairs, looking for any kind of clues or information or valuables.
I'm going to go close to Skari, and I want to. I don't know what skill check to do, but I want to check if he is under mind control or if he has some sort of a curse or something like that, some kind of influence.
Trying to think how you would do that. I guess it would just
For
be
man,
perception again.
insight would be if he was in his right mind.
Or insight, yeah.
Maybe.
Perception or
Medicine
insight.
would be health.
Uh,
20.
we'll do. Oh, perception. So he looks to be perfectly fine. As you're looking at him, his body language is calm. He looks like how, like, you would look like if you were praying to your god. In a way, which is odd in another sort of way because you've never actually seen him in this state before.
I think it'd be weirder because I am relaxed and usually I'm very tense.
Another thing you notice is he seems to be holding shadows. As you look side to side, he has his hands positioned in a way that as if he is holding the hand of someone who is relatively the same size as him, but a little bit smaller of a hand, and someone whose hand is much smaller than his.
I call out to him to check if he responds. So I say, Skari,
Skari, as
Alright.
you are enveloped into this dream state / memory state, you off in the way distance, you can hear Solvis call your name. Do you go towards it or do you ignore it?
I'm staying with my family.
So, out of this dream state, Solvis, as you're calling out his name, there is no response.
Okay. I have detect thought, but I also have that, let's say, as a limited use, just like channel divinity. So I don't have to use a spell slot to cast it. If I cast that now, will that still be considered a spell? And
Yes.
will wild magic happen?
It
Yeah?
will still be, yes, it will still be considered as a spell.
Okay.
Okay,
I'm going to do that.
okay, roll me a d100 and roll me a d20.
Yay, it's not just me. Joined the D100
Oh, that's a
club.
1.
Oh, he said I didn't want to get 100, so you probably really didn't want to get a 1.
Oh, shit.
Okay.
Can you please make me a dexterity saving throw?
Oh no.
my
Skari, I'm gonna need you to also make me one, but with disadvantage.
Yeah, I expected that.
Boom.
Oh, fuck you. One of those was a nat 20.
Yeah, I know. That was an 18. What's your...
13. I got a 13. Oh, these spells here. I think I lost.
The spell goes off. What does the spell do again?
I can detect his thought, and yeah, I can basically go deeper and deeper until let's say unless the creature doesn't want me to.
Okay, so you connect for a second before this goes off. And
Yeah.
when you connect, you get the feeling that he is at peace and that the thoughts going through his head are just, my family is here. I am going to be staying with them. And then a second later, you feel the rumbling of a fireball exploding with you at the center. You manage to pass. Skari, you blink out of this mental state as your instincts come into full focus. And
I
you
passed?
feel as something is going awry, and you manage to fail at the last second. So I'm just gonna do that thing, and Solvis, you take half of this. Let me just make it so that it doesn't look like Solvis is rolling this. Oh, was it?
So where is Keck during this?
Yeah, where are you, Keck, actually?
I stayed near the door. I was
You
letting
stayed near
Solus
the
handle it.
door.
I'm not sure how far away that is.
Okay. Just making sure I got the right amount. Alright, rolling this. So, Skari, you take 14 points of fire damage And Solvis, you take 7 points of fire damage.
That's
And my
actually
house
less
is
than
on fire.
And I take it that goes off with an audible boom.
Yes. Nox, you can hear it from upstairs. Keck, you are just watching this happen in front of you.
Heck is pretty shocked, but still watching. And if it calms down a lot, he's eventually going to say,
As
"Not
the
quite what
smoke
I expected you to do."
As the smoke clears, you see Skari is slightly on damage, patting himself out, and you see Solvis has backed away around a corner, but has still managed to get hit a bit. Skari, as you are hit, you are blasted away for a second from your family, but you're still within this, but the lapse of this mental state envelops back in as you're putting yourself out, and your wife is like, what happened to you? And you see yourself responding with, I don't know. And you guys kind of scooch back up to the altar and you resume in the same state of prayer.
Nox would rush downstairs.
And you see the scene before you.
Just see like this blackened blast zone. Solvis with a singed beard hiding around a corner.
Is Detect Thoughts concentration?
Yes. So you lost also your concentration.
Well, no, he can roll for
You
that.
roll for that.
Oh, roll for it. Sorry. Are you still in his
Either
thoughts?
the DC is 10 or the amount of damage he took,
Yeah, that's 10.
whichever is higher.
So the 10.
So you still
You are still within his thoughts.
Okay.
He has returned. You have the mental image that he has returned to his family. He is with his family right now.
Yeah, now it basically becomes a point whether he wants me out of his head, and if that is the case, then he'd have to roll a wisdom saving throw.
What was I gonna say?
I always take that all of these things are done as if you had a clear head. Like the ones where you can resist charms.
Probably wouldn't notice
You wouldn't.
unless he tried to push harder, I guess.
Yes. He would have to push pretty significantly harder for you to notice in your state. So you can peer deeper. At
Okay.
least one level.
Yep. Do I see him now? Because last time you said that I could sort of sense that he's at peace and he is also with his family.
At this
But
point, as
then-
you peer deeper, you have now enveloped yourself into this environment. And you are now within this memory as well. However, Skari, you cannot see him, as he is seeing it sort of in the third person through your eyes. And Solvis, you're able to see all of the golden statues around, which in the present day is the golden statues are on the floor, some of them are cracked and broken. The only one that was ever intact was the one that Skari is now kneeling at. And as you look at it in its heyday, in its whole glory, you see it is and I don't know how to pronounce this, so I'm gonna click the little voice icon.
Maladeus.
You see a Maladeus as a golden statue as Nox is kneeling in front of it.
Skari is kneeling in front of him.
What is a Maladeus?
I'm kneeling from
A demon, I'm guessing.
It is a demon. It is a
It
pretty
is-
high-level demon.
It is a
Is it the
specific.
snake with swords?
It is a specific demon.
It's actually that's someone that I've put in one of my games. He's got a snake coming out of the back of his neck. He's like a red dude
With a
like
wolf's head.
You know, like the weird werewolf faces.
They almost all have that.
Here, I'm gonna put it in our chat for everyone to see. That's what a Molideus is. If you look in the sessions, voice call chat.
Okay, yeah, that is clearly a demon.
Yes.
No
It's
one
got a
looks at
wolf's
statue
tail,
and thinks, "Oh,
werewolf's
Neverland
head,
Bard."
snake coming out and around its back. It's holding it in the statue. It's holding the spear upright. And it is standing pretty tall. It is a very strong demon.
It is a very strong demon.
Knox likes his tail.
I look at him and I say, "What do you want with my friend?"
It's a statue.
I mean,
Is the demon not there? Is it just the statue, or is it?
It's just the statue.
Okay.
And he's worshipping it.
Okay.
He has bad taste in that.
Yeah. Can I see?
I heard the last part.
Anyone else? Can I see anyone else, like his wife or his daughter or anyone?
Yes,
Like,
you can see his wife and his daughter, and you can see that he's
all-
holding their hands.
All three of them are holding hands and they're worshipping the statue.
Yes.
Okay. Then I try to reach out to Skari.
You would have
Alright.
to go deeper. At this point, he would be able to reject you.
Okay. I'll try to go deeper.
Skari, I'm going to need you to make me a wisdom saving throw.
Maybe he thinks God is talking to him.
No, but yeah, he does he reject me? Like,
I do not at all. I don't even realize it's happening.
awesome.
So,
I do not even
Skari,
realize it.
as you are worshipping this demon, I imagine,
That's a
Solvis, you
nice
just
one.
like put a hand on his shoulder, just like gently put a hand on his shoulder. And Solvis, Skari, as you look around, you see Solvis's hand on your shoulder, and you kind of turn around and you're coming face to face with Solvis, and you're going, wait a minute, he's not supposed to be here. He wasn't here back then. And as this is happening, you can see your memory start to crack around you.
I tell him very explicitly, Skari, it's going to be okay. Trust me.
Is this all in my head, or is this?
Who knows?
Or is this physical?
No, this is the surroundings around you are cracking. You
Yeah.
yourself aren't cracking.
Am I standing up and looking at him, or?
You can be.
Okay.
It sounds like it's half real, half hallucinogenic.
I'm gonna put on my mask.
As you put your mask on, your memory state shatters. And all around you now see the rundown, the statues toppled over. As you turn around to see if your wife and your daughter is there, they are not. And you see the statue now covered in grime and cobwebs and dirt as this place is completely run down.
When he actively moves around to see us, Keck will just ask the question on everyone's mind. Skari.
Wait, one second. One second. In response to the, sorry about that, to the reality coming back, I very likely would just take out my sword and start violently hitting the statue over and over and over again.
Now that is a reasonable response to a demon statue.
As you enraged, hitting this statue over and over again, you see
Just
the
like
statue start to
screaming.
crack at each strike as you're hitting this so hard to the point. What? I just need to make sure of something really quickly.
Not fate mending that.
Give me 1 second.
We still could bring the building on fire.
Oh yeah.
That's what I thought. To the point
it's good
where
to have
your
magic.
Winter's Dark Bite,
Yes.
as the last strike, the blade cracks in half.
I
Just underbite.
probably wouldn't care, and I'd just shift the handle to the,
And as that last strike hits, the statue crumbles and falls over.
it splits
What was the
down
question?
the middle of the blade. Like the top half of the blade is gone.
Yes.
Still carrying it, I'm just gonna walk out and say we shouldn't have come here. And just walk out. Start walking towards the door.
As he walks past Nox, Nox would like look at the giant scorch mark on the floor, kind of point to it, look at Solvus and look at Keck and say, I know neither of you can do that.
Yep. Wasn't trying to do that.
That was you?
It was, unfortunately.
That could come in useful.
I don't think this is how it works.
I love how Nox is like, wow, that's a new ability. Cool.
You leveled up! Totally not getting the fact that it was a backfire mechanic.
And
That's
at
beautiful.
this point, that is where we're gonna end it. At this very dramatic point.
You can go on.
I hope next time at least the audience gets a full Skari backstory.
Yeah.
Oh,
This is
maybe.
where that episode would be, whether or not we ever find out.
I still want to know what his face looks like.
Maybe.
We've seen it.
There are
You
pictures
have
of his
seen-
face in the Discord. Anyways,
Yeah, we've seen that.
we will see you all next time. Goodbye.
Yeah.
Bye.